Why it is that every genuine occult tradition across cultures, continents, and centuries demand one thing above all: secrecy, not publicity, not popularity, silence. If occult knowledge is powerful, why hide it? If it is real, why not share it openly with the world? Stay with me till the end of this video, because the real reason occult practices demand secrecy is not about control or fear, but about what happens when unprepared minds touch forces they cannot contain. In the yogic and occult sciences, secrecy was never about exclusivity or ego. It was about consequence. Occult practices deal with subtle forces: prana, intention, sound, geometry, consciousness itself. These forces don't respond to morality, they respond to precision. Just as electricity can light a city or kill a person, depending on handling, occult energies amplify whatever state the practitioner is in. An unstable mind doesn't get corrected, it gets magnified. Secrecy was not to keep people out, it was to keep people safe. Unlike philosophical knowledge, occult knowledge acts back on the knower. The moment you learn it, it begins to alter perception, behavior, and inner balance. Yogis understood something critical. Once certain doors are opened, they cannot be easily closed. This is why ancient traditions insisted on long periods of preparation, discipline, grounding, ethical clarity, and inner stability before even a fragment of occult practice was shared. The secrecy wasn't mysterious, it was responsible. In Mystic Musings, Sadhguru once said, "Power without awareness is the fastest way to destruction." He explained that occult sciences are not evil or dangerous by nature, but they are brutally honest. They do not judge who uses them, they simply respond. If fear exists within you, fear multiplies. If ego exists, ego inflates. If clarity exists, clarity sharpens. This is why secrecy became the first filter. Why words are never enough. Occult practices are experiential, not conceptual. Explaining them verbally to an unprepared person is like handing a loaded weapon to someone who has never learned restraint. Mantras, symbols, and rituals are not metaphors. They are functional tools. A mantra spoken casually can overstimulate the nervous system. A symbol drawn incorrectly can distort perception. A ritual done without grounding can fragment attention. Secrecy ensures that knowledge is transmitted with context, not just information. Another reason occult practices demand secrecy is dilution. The moment something becomes public spectacle, it loses its inner precision. When practices are exposed without understanding, they turn into superstition, entertainment, or fear-based myths. The inner science gets replaced with performance. Yogis protected secrecy not to appear mysterious, but to preserve purity of transmission. Because once corrupted, subtle knowledge cannot be repaired easily. Even modern science follows secrecy quietly. Sensitive research, advanced technology, and experimental breakthroughs are never released openly until safeguards are in place. The difference is science fears misuse by society. Occult traditions feared misuse by the individual. They understood that inner damage is harder to detect and far harder to heal. History shows what happens when occult knowledge spreads without discipline. Practices get sensationalized. Fear replaces understanding. Power becomes manipulation. This is why true occult lineages disappear, retreat, or go silent when secrecy is violated. They would rather let knowledge die than let it damage lives. To them, silence was not loss, it was compassion. Another subtle line from Mystic Musings captures this perfectly. Not everything that is true must be spoken. Some truths must be grown into. Occult secrecy is not denial, it is timing. When the seeker matures, knowledge reveals itself naturally. Until then, silence protects both the knowledge and the seeker. What this means today. In today's world of instant access, secrecy feels suspicious, but yogic wisdom reminds us access without readiness is violence. If something sacred stays hidden, it's not because you are unworthy. It's because the knowledge is waiting for the right inner atmosphere. Just as a seed needs the right soil, occult knowledge needs the right consciousness. So the next time you hear that occult practices are secretive, remember, they are not hiding truth from you. They are protecting you from truth before you are ready. If this video changed how you look at secrecy, share it with someone who believes all hidden knowledge is deception. Like the video if this deeper perspective resonated with you, and subscribe for more explorations into mystic musings, yogic science, and the unseen forces that shape human experience. Stay grounded, stay aware.